Thank you for staying with Daybreak. Let's cross over to Nyeri, where efforts are underway by locals and a group of volunteers to reclaim a dump site in the Asian quarters just outside the CBD. Martin Munene is now joining us live from the scene. Martin, do we know any more details? How is this expected to work out?
All right, very good morning to you, Trevor. And like you rightly put it, we're coming to you from Asian quarters in Nyeri, a dump site in Nyeri that actually the county government of Nyeri is trying also to reclaim to use as a bus park. But a group of young people here, from the community has joined hands with students from the United States. And what they're trying to do is actually reclaim this particular land. And they're trying to learn how they can actually use this technology from this particular students to not only clean this land, but also learn how to not only clean it, but have things that they can do to, commercially to benefit them. And I just want to speak to the group leader here and also a student to just help us understand exactly what they're trying to do. Kindly introduce yourself, tell us who you are, and tell us exactly what are you doing and what are you hoping to achieve briefly.
Okay, thank you. This is Boniface Ndegwa from the Turning Trash into Treasure program. It's a program by youth, women, street families, and destitute persons dwellers. We have an exchange program in which we are turning the trash into valuable materials. Like we have an exchange program with the Penn State University students, where they are teaching us how to manage a landfill and reclaim land. And they're also learning how various types of briquettes turn plastic into petroleum, turning metals, melting metals, and such like activities.
Thank you. Let me just speak to a student here to help us understand exactly what it is we are seeing here on those pictures. Kindly introduce yourself and tell us what are you doing here? What is this pit for? What does it do? And maybe how do reclaim land from a garbage site to something that can actually be used for other uses like a park or anything?
Thank you. My name is Peter Savchik, and I'm one of the students helping Bonnie with this project. So essentially what we're doing is designing a prototype landfill which can hopefully be used by Bonnie to get a bid from the local government to build a larger scale landfill. So the way that the landfill works is a pit has been dug here about 1 meter deep and lined with plastic, and then inside the pit we have alternating layers of dirt and trash which are compacted using the oil drum, as you can see. And then also we have some pipes in the landfill which will be used to collect harmful gases and water that builds up inside. So that's a general overview of how it works, and hopefully it can be translated to a larger scale to cover a large area so that all of this trash can be put in the ground in a more safe and clean way.
All right. And maybe, like you say, it can be replicated in a large scale. So, for example, we see a lot of trash on this land. So would this land be reclaimed, and maybe what would it be used for? Or is it just going to be a wasteland that maybe doesn't have all this trash on top? Or would it be used for any other uses, for example, park? Or would there be anything planted on it? Or what would be the use of such a land?
Okay, well, I'm not sure exactly what the plan for the land use would be here specifically, but I know that when you build a landfill on a large scale, you can put grass over it and have it be a park or something like that that people can use as a public space.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you very much. Like you've heard, Trevor, he says that, for example, this land that we see, a lot of trash, he says that with such a technology, if it's replicated on large scale, then as such, what we see here can be changed, and this ISO can actually be changed into something else. He says that once they reclaim this land, it can be used for example, farming or any other thing. You can actually plant things and they grow. And I, take it back to you in studio from Nyeri County. I'm Martin Munene.